Hello everyone, welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Rough Rider knife, and this is another one from the Spades series. You can see we have the Rough Rider with the RI spelling. We have that really nice Spades design in the background, and this of course is the black Appaloosa bone, and you can see some playing cards in the background there as well. On the front of the box we have their new tang stamp, which is pretty much everything minus this little bit of text at the bottom. You have 30 Rough Rider, always high quality, handmade. On the back of that then you have Rough Rider again with their website. Bit of a weird thing I will notice, it says Rough Rider with the RI for more great products from Rough Rider with the RY, and then the website again is the RY. And it has been confirmed that both of these are in use, which is a little bit strange, but you know, each of their own. We're looking at model number 2487, which is the Swell Centre. And this was, of course, picked up from Heine Haynes. They managed to order that in for me. So if anyone in the UK wants one, get in touch with Heine and ask them to order you this, and they'll order you one for you. Very plain on the base of the box. We just have the China, which is the country of origin, and the cancer and reproductive harm warning there as well. And, of course, being a Rough Rider, you get that standard sort of magnetic closed box with the reverse R Rough Rider on the inside and that nice felt lining in there, which holds the knife nice and snugly in transit to you, stops it getting damaged on the way. Really like this part of the packaging. Would I prefer it to be a little bit smaller, maybe a bit narrower, a bit shorter, seeing as the knife is only sort of this length? I feel they could make it about this, by about this, and fit it all in there perfectly, but nevertheless, still a really great package from them. So let's take a look at the knife, and we're looking at a closed length of 3.6 inches closed, and of course this is the Swell Centre. We do have that beautiful Appaloosa bone on there as well, and you can make out sort of like a reddy brown accents on there. And like the previous Coke bottle I reviewed, this is wonderfully smooth. The only sort of transitions you can feel is those ringed bolsters and the different texture from the bone into the shield. It's all perfectly smooth, nice nickel silver bolsters. Apart from line, there's nothing on them at all. You can see we have looks like nickel silver pins in there as well, and nickel silver shield. We do have some black underliners on this knife. Fit and finish again, absolutely flawless, like the Coke bottle jack. Can't see any gaps at all, and you can see those stainless steel springs along with the brass liners in there as well, and you can really see those black underliners. I really think they make that white bone pop, just give it that nice little extra bit of class, and I really like that. You can see the little Swell centre there as well. It's pretty centred, little bit off. You can see it's a bit of an angle, but really minor gripe that is. It's still done absolutely beautifully well. Reverse of the knife, exactly the same story, that really nice Appaloosa bone, and you can really make out that little bit of red in the middle there. I know John over at Thrifty Kniffy had a bit more red in his, but obviously the dye is unique to every bit of bone. Dye takes to it. This is a natural material, the natural pitting. It's going to be hard to make them the same, and I really do like that they are unique and individual. And of course on the back as well, again, we have the same nickel silver pins, nickel silver lined bolsters, and of course those underliners as well. And this being a Swell Centre equal-ended jackknife, I'm guessing that's what it's going to be sort of referred to, although a jack is from one end, so it's just an equal-ended penknife really. Technically we do have the sort of two-blade design in there, main blade being this wonderful nice barely sort of chunky clip point blade. Really nice walk and talk on this as well, like the Coke bottle again. Both the knives I've got in this series have been fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to getting the rest of the series. I'll shut up for a second and just look at this action. Listen to this action. That's just wonderful. And I've made sure there's no blade wrap before chucking it down in there. Really nice mirror finished 440A steel blade. We do have that new Rough Rider tang stamp in there. We have a match strike nail nick, and of course the swedging across the top. Edge on this is really nice and uniform all the way around the front and the back. Just an excellent job from Rough Rider, and for the price of this, it's a great value knife. We're looking at like $17, and I think I paid £22 for this in the UK through Heine. Absolute bargain. You can see on the back there, 440A, the model number again, which is 2487, and it does say China on there. It's quite hard to see. You can kind of make out the C and a bit of the H. Even when it's in that half stop, it's kind of hard to see that on the blade. It's hidden by the sort of the bolster, but it is on there. So we're looking at a full blade length, of course, for this, the clip point blade of 1 to 2 3/4, and then a cutting edge of bang on 2.5. And then we have a sort of modified coping blade, I would really say, for this secondary blade. Not entirely sure what the design was around this one, but I actually really like the style of this. It's a nice little chubby stout blade. Can really choke on it to get your draw cuts done. It'd be perfect for opening boxes. And again, you can see that new Rough Rider tang stamp there. Unsure whether they're going to keep this for any models after the 30th anniversary, because there is a little 30 in there. I don't know if you can make that out right at the top, but maybe they could take that little 30 out and keep it, because I do quite like this diamond with the script in the middle. But again, edge done perfectly well on the front and on the rear of this blade. Maybe a little bit heavier actually on the rear, but still screaming hair popping sharp. We do have a little bit of swedging on the edge of the knife here, along with a match strike nail nick. Half stop as well, and I'd say an even stronger pull than the main blade. Main I would definitely give 7, 7.5. This at least a 7.5. Really nice walk and torque. So measurement for this blade, we are looking at quite short really for the length of the knife. We're looking at a 1 3/4 inch with a 1.5 inch cutting edge. And that's really one of my own gripes about this knife. I would have liked to see, even if they're going to do the same style blade, maybe like a little bit longer. I'm guessing maybe they didn't want to make it look like a muskrat, a swell center muskrat. That's why they went for that shorter blade. But there is quite a lot of real estate here where they could have fit a longer blade in. Centering, very slightly off to the show side of the clip point. Show side as well with a secondary blade, but of course there is that brass divider in the middle there, so you're not going to get any blade rub, and it's far enough away that I'm not concerned about that at all anyway. Just an overall absolutely fantastic knife from Rough Rider, and a series that I really recommend you guys go out and pick up. It's really well done. It's such a classy looking knife. I would even say this is more comfortable in the hand than the Coke bottle. Even this blade here, you don't really feel it. It sits, but when I'm grabbing a knife, I don't know about you, but I always grab it the most in these sort of front 3 fingers, and then these two are just sort of to stabilize. So I've got that tight grip at the front, and then these two sort of rest on the back. And you can even choke up a little bit as well and give you a lot of control over that blade. And even with the secondary blade, I'm not really getting a lot of hot spots from it. Maybe the tiniest little bit here, but it's still really comfortable to use. And you must remember, this is a small knife. You're not going to be using this for really hard jobs or anything along those lines. So there we go, guys. That's my review of the Swell Center. This is the 30th anniversary Black Appaloosa Spades series. That model number, again, I will give you now, is RR2487. Chicago Knife Works in the US. I've got this cheapest. I believe John picked it up for just under $17. If you're in the UK, get in touch with Heine Haynes. Speak to Richard or Nick. Email them. They will order this in for you. That's how I managed to pick this up in the UK. So there we go, guys. That's my review. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And make sure you subscribe, because on the 19th of November, 10:30 AM Central, 4:30 PM UK time, is a 2K and 5K giveaway on Thrifty Kniffy's channel for myself and him for hitting those milestones. I'll put a sort of link to it in this at the end of the video in like a little slide, but make sure you check it out Sunday the 19th. Peace out.